Good morning.
Is it morning?
Good No, it's not.
It's bright and early for you. I guess people can't tell on Sundays if it's morning for me or not. It is a Friday evening here at Love Wrestling, and we're on Friday evening instead of Saturday morning because Blair's got stuff to do, and that's okay with me. So we're going to hang out on September 1st. It's beanie season. I wore it yesterday to rave reviews. I'm wearing it today because it's officially September, so it's fall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got my Notre Dame Fighting Irish on it. So let's go.
I'll throw that spot.
Yeah, I was going to say, we already got a Weisenheimer in the channel, right? So it's Pluggo going to expose himself. It's Friday night. It's a party. You don't know what I'm going to do. But we are going to lead you all into GCW show that starts here in an hour because it says 8 o'clock, but it's in Chicago, so it's 9 o'clock Eastern. Ophelia in the house saying OMG Ryan. Yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to talk some GCW, some LPW, maybe some Wrestling Revolver. Who knows? Blair's got some tasty tidbits.
Yeah. I mean, Pluggo's going to expose himself on For Exposed After Dark. That's going to be on the Patreon after midnight. And
head over for the Twitch. It's September. I'll expose. Well, for the right amount of subs, Pluggo will do anything. Listen, we were just talking off air how broke I am. Money talks. Money talks. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You want to help? Be rolling the bills right away.
You want to help get Pluggo to LPW shows? We need you to subscribe, leave super chats.
Start throwing.
And Prestige tonight. Yes, Prestige is tonight. Circle 6. Foot Slam. Lots going on. Big Bad Boris yelled at me on Twitter and said it's a goddamn toque. It's not a beanie. 3 subs and we'll all expose ourselves. Hey, Lawrence. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, we could have a 4 exposure Love Wrestling expose over on the Twitch channel.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll need I'll say is I'll need the smallest screen possible for me.
It's going to be like the 12 months of Blair with all the different poses I'll have going on.
And then Boris said, Took! Is that true? Boris, we were talking chips today. I had the I had the Canadian style all dressed ruffles today. And
how'd you like them?
They were pretty good. I was like, what is this? All dressed. I'm sorry. So all dressed. I had my chips all dressed. Everyone's trying to get us undressed. It's a vibe today.
It really is, and I'm here for it. I'm excited.
Affiliate needs an adult. When Affiliate needs an adult, because she is the adult, she keeps our chat room, running smoothly. It's a bad sign. But that's what happens when you put 4 exposure on a Friday night opposed to a Saturday morning when you're all sleeping in. This is what happens when you guys are sleeping.
It's true. Saturday mornings are a blast. We have a lot of fun, but because the shoot job has decided to get in the way of our creative ventures, we have to do this on Friday evening.
Darn shoot job. Yeah, I did actually I actually moved my coffee shop acoustic set back to do this show. Blair said he needed me on a Friday. I said, listen here, Coffee Beanery. I'm busy.
Listen, Caribou Coffee. I'll be there in a little bit.
Yeah. Listen, Caribou Coffee. Don't call security when I start playing. This is a public space.
I'll be there for those Gavin DeGraw covers in an hour. Just give me a break.
Quit harshing my vibe, Caribou.
Jack Johnson. Gonna be singing about some banana pancakes.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Yeah.
last night it was "Hey There, Delilah" in the
Okay.
tune of "Hey There, All Out." I don't know if you saw that, but yeah. So I'm not sure what we could do today.
I was busy last night, so I was
Yeah,
unfortunately
too busy for your best friend. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm here. I'm here now.
That's all that matters. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all that matters. So where do you want to start today, Blair?
Do the damn thing. I mean, I feel like this weekend is a little bit more calmer than some when it comes to GCW shows. Like, there's only 2 this weekend, really. You know, you got GCW tonight. You got Effys Big Gay Brunch tomorrow. Yeah. I seem to remember like All Out or pay-per-view weekends there being a lot more, but maybe they're quieting down a little bit.
Maybe. Who knows? It's a busy weekend in terms of You got All Out. Yeah. You got Paybacks tomorrow. Like Boris said, there's all those shows. We mentioned Wrestling Revolver has a big one too. Mm-hmm. It's a weekend. If you like wrestling, there's something on the television for you or your streaming. Yeah. I don't know which or your phone or your iPad, whatever you watch it on. I don't know.
I might be double screening it later tonight with everything going on.
The missus always gives me static when I double screen. She's like, "How do you pay attention?" I say, "I make it work. I make it work."
You say that, but in reality, we don't.
Yeah, but I tell her that.
Yeah, exactly.
Life hack, friends. If you do something silly, like when you're cooking and you just put the spoon like on like a napkin or like a towel, and the missus tells you we have spoon catchers in the cabinet right next to it. Why do you do this every time you cook? And then the next time you cook, you use the spoon catcher and take a really fun snap video of you doing it. They find that to be very attractive. Life lessons from Pluggo. So do something stupid, but then immediately listen the next time to what your wife says, and she'll think you're attractive. And wear a beanie.
I will keep that in mind for future reference.
But nobody's here to take romantic advice from Pluggo. We're here to talk wrestling. PWF also has a show. Jeez, it is. There's just shows. I don't know how we're going to keep up. Next week, we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Our good friend Alex Kane had an appearance at a show tonight too, if I'm not mistaken. I saw that on my feed. So
our friend Alex Kane will be he'll be defending against Willie Mack tomorrow for MLW.
That's right,
Fury Road. So shout out to Alex Kane.
They really stuck that card in under the radar because I mean it just seemed to come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
the last one was fun.
I'll say this, Willie Mack, you're a hell of a wrestler, but Alex Kane all day. Every day, twice on Sundays. Boomaye for the people. All right.
Okay, you want to talk some GCW?
Yeah. Let's do it.
It's a fun little card tonight. I mean, let's start off like we made our picks. We posted those up on the Twitters.
And you're going to be wrong. Just think now. Announce it now.
Okay. Before we go, do you want to talk about what happened with our LPW 18 picks?
We already talked about that. That was yesterday's. That's August news. It's September, baby.
It was a clean sweep.
Listen, you're wearing your baseball hat. I don't know if you're familiar with this quote, but I am not here to talk about the past. I'm just here to work on the future.
No, I don't.
Mark McGuire, the steroid trials. I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm only here to see what I can do for the future.
Okay. Needless to say, it was a clean sweep for LPW 18. We do have some of the same picks, but like first glance at this card, what's the match that is must see Pluggo TV?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna start out hot.
Oh yeah,
it's Nick Gage versus Vikingo. We talked about it when they announced it. Nothing about their styles at all overlap in any way, shape, or form. And I don't mean this in any disrespect to Nick Gage because he does what he does and he does it damn well. But he cannot move the way Vikingo could move. And I just don't know what I'm going to see here. I don't have any inclination of what I'm about to witness. And I am just so interested in that match alone. You could have just had that match and I'd have been like, this card is good. I'm going to watch. Like, I don't know what to expect. Like the Uber Death Match, Ultraviolet King versus one of the like most flawless in-ring performers I've ever seen. I don't know what to expect.
Like this is one.
Yes, baby, it is Saturday morning somewhere.
This is one of the like biggest contrasts in styles that wrestling could put together right now. I mean, I fear that Nick Gage could blow an ACL trying to chase after Vikingo with how fast he is, the flippy stuff. I'm all about this. I can't wait for it. I love Vikingo. I love his little excursion he's been on, just showing up at random independents. And I mean, there's a little tidbit later on, show he's got coming up. But like this match, I'm so stoked for this one. I can't wait.
I'm telling you right now, it's so wonky. It's so out of nowhere. I think Nick Gage is going to win.
Like I know I picked Vikingo, but I am completely second guessing that now, just with like
because I picked it and you were like, oh, he's on to
stop it. Stop it.
You notice that I'm the one, for those that don't know, I make the graphics, so you give me your picks first and then I get to like play chess.
Yeah, next time I'm going to ask yours first.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just sitting there and I was just like, damn it. This is so out there. It's such a crazy match that he could win it. Like he legit could win it. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for it.
I think part of it also depends what they're looking for coming out of this, because if you're wanting Vikingo versus Christian, obviously you're going to try to elevate Vikingo against Gage, seems to make sense. But then like, who knows? Because the way they're kind of, having competitors or challengers for Blake Christian's GCW championship, he's just mowing them down. So I don't know if they want to, throw Vikingo to the wolves. I mean, Blake Christian ain't no one to. It's past 10 minutes. Blake Christian ain't no one to fuck with. So,
you know how we feel. We love Blake Christian on this channel. We do. We certainly do. He's got himself a little matchup. How you feel about that?
I wasn't expecting this one. Like when I looked at the card and saw Francisco Akira, like it kind of. I haven't seen too much Francisco Akira matches. Like so, at first I thought it was like Akira instead, and then it's but I'm down for it. Like every match Christian's had so far, even leading up to becoming GCW World Champion, he's delivered. So I mean,
you can say it. It's our slogan now.
Yeah, he's delivered in and out, and so like, there's no reason to think that this also wouldn't be a banger alert.
Woo woo woo! Maybe we should dub Blake Christian Mr. Banger Alert.
You could, because I mean, every match he's had, the one with Chris Bay a few weeks ago, fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So I mean,
yeah. So
I'm liking it.
Blake, Mr. Banger Alert Christian. I like the sound of that. We could dub in that.
Yeah. I mean, I do not expect Blake to lose at all, because I mean, it's not going to happen. This was a gimme of any picks.
Yeah, we got Bebe saying that he's glad Blake can do both AEW and GCW. I wonder if that's more because he's on the ROH side. Now, I know that we've seen some AEW people into GCW doing something. Owen is having the time of his life upstairs. Sorry.
That's good.
Can't tell if he's having a good time or whatever, but Mrs. Pluggo's up there. She's got it. I was going to say, I don't know if maybe it's more the ROH stuff. So that's why he can do it so frequently. But yeah, Tony Khan's been pretty cool about letting people do their thing on the indies. So, and
when they are appearing on ROH, they're getting a chance to shine too. It's not like they're just put in 2-minute squash matches. Like,
right.
It's almost like, he's, I don't want to say using GCW as a feeder system, but like when you look at it, this is a perfect thing for him because he can put on a fantastic matchup with someone who isn't signed, kind of get see what they're all about, give them an opportunity. And if they connect, if they make it, make the best out of their opportunity, there you go. Easy entryway into ROH, can move them over to AEW. So it's not a bad move.
It's a win-win for all of us.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's another tonight. Gringo Loco is on Rampage, and he's also doing the GCW show. I mean, on Rampage, I think it's Vikingo.
How is he doing it?
I don't know. Magic.
They're both Gringo Loco is that good.
Both shows are in Chicago, so it could be feasible.
It was already taped.
Yeah, I know it is. So.
Just spoiler alert. It's already taped. The beanie. Yeah, Mrs. Pluggo asked. She Rousey, hey girl, how you doing? Dude, I might have to go full screen, Blair. We might have to look away. I'm just kidding.
You know what? I can leave. I'll take myself out. You can just have have the room.
As I just spend the rest of the hour just flirting with my wife when she's literally upstairs.
That's okay. It's okay.
He said what he's there. He's here's podcast host, talk crap about RH, but I doubt they even watch it. I really enjoy it. Hey, if you enjoy it, that's all that matters. That's the beautiful part about wrestling. I hammer that point home constantly. Wrestling is all subjective. So if you like it, somebody else doesn't. Who cares what they think? Love what you love. I do hear a lot of negativity around the ROH. I think for a while there, it's because the matches, there was like 19 matches on cards, and then there wasn't a lot of storyline direction, but it sounds like they've kind of righted that ship a little bit and started to give it a little bit more direction. So, hey, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that a lot of the people that are complaining aren't even watching the shows. It's just, like the worst critics of wrestling are wrestling fans, and this is just par for the course. So, I mean, if you like it, watch it. If you don't, then just let people enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with it. So,
yeah, exactly.
Gringo Loco, he's doing double duty because it's Nick Wayne and Vikingo against Gringo Loco and somebody else on Rampage tonight. Apparently it was a very fun match. So,
well, you picked against me on this one. You took Depp and I took Gringo Loco because I never bet against the based god.
Well, I was happy with Deppin's match against Braden.
Yeah.
A few weeks back, and I was like, okay, he's back into the swing of things. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like he's got the ball rolling a little bit. He's just going to run with it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I can respect that. What else you got on this card?
I'm just.
I was going to say if you don't have it pulled up, I already know what I wanted to talk about next. Rina Yamashita, Masha Slamovich versus Los Mocisos, like I'm stumbling on my words there. Will Cyclope come out in a backpack today, or is he going to snub us again for the third show in a row?
Instead of doing picks, should we just do is Cyclope going to show up with a backpack instead?
Yeah, I think so. From now on, we're not picking Cyclope matches until he comes out in a backpack.
Okay, sorry.
He could shoot up the wrestling world. He could challenge for every world title that exists in wrestling, and we're not going to pick it until you put on the backpack.
Cyclope could show up in Cork and Hall for a New Japan show, and we're not even going to address it.
It's not a tidbit until you put on the backpack, man. Yeah. He snubbed us now.
Gringo Loco's partner is Kip Sabian.
Oh, very cool. That would be a good match. Rampage, shout out to Brian Keith, by the way. He's going to be
fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be talking. He's going to be wrestling with Adam Page. That's going to rule. The Bounty Hunter is dope. We're a huge fan here in Poor Exposure of him.
When they announced it, Twitter, like Brian Keith was trending. I mean, what a huge opportunity for him. Very glad about that because, like, what an incredible wrestler, a great person. Very stoked they're getting this opportunity. I was fortunate enough last fall when I met my other good friend Tom Lawler for the first time. We all went to the local watering hole afterwards, and people have a few drinks, and there's a wrestler around, and they ask to get chopped. I watched Brian Keith cave this guy's chest in, and he went flying. It was fantastic.
That's amazing.
It was a great time. So
yeah,
just saying, videos are out there. It's good.
It exists. Would you take a Brian Keith chop?
Not a chance.
Not a chance. You value your life too much?
I took one chop and I had a red handprint on my chest for days afterwards. And it was from somebody nowhere near the level of Brian Keith. So not a chance.
All right. Noted. Brian Keith, if you're watching, we need to get you to chop my boy Blair. Every man has a price. I'll take one too. We'll do it together. It'll be a bonding experience.
You know what? If we could raise money for something, maybe the Pluggo Come to Canada Fund, then I'll.
There you go. If I could get to an LPW show, please believe I would let you pick the wrestler that got to chop me. I'd let it happen.
Oh man.
I might let multiple LPW talents chop me because I
Would
love all of them.
would it happen at the LPW show?
That's for the boss to decide. But we definitely have a camera ready wherever it may be.
Okay.
If I was ever going to get involved in a wrestling show in any capacity, I would be down to take a chair shot.
Instead of intermissions, it's just Pluggo taking various wrestling moves.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, chops, chair shots, all that, a concerto.
Everybody line up and take your chop to the chest and Pluggo for all of the things that he's done and said.
Wow.
Over the years of
it.
We're cool with the rads now over on Beards, but that there's got to be a little bit in the back of their mind that they're like, if we could chop Pluggo, we do it.
Hey, that's fine because I don't got heat with them. I talked to Ben this week. I talked to Larry. Me and Larry had a great chat. So
I don't have heat with them either.
Yeah, it was like an hour of laughing. So
like Charlie said, we squashing beef, baby.
Okay. Back to the match. Los Macizos versus Masha Slamovich and Rina Yamashita. I mean, look, the Macizos, ever since Cyclope stopped coming out with the backpack, he's faltering.
Yeah,
I think they've lost every match almost.
Yeah. Well, and then I specifically didn't pick them because of the backpack. But even more so, I love Masha and I love Rina, and I think those two together, it's going to be awesome. So, sorry, Cyclope, and just put the backpack back on, man.
Okay, will Cyclope wear the headphones tonight?
Oh, 100%. He's been rocking those things, and that's okay.
Will he wear the Ribera Steakhouse jacket?
What color headphones will it be? Will they be white? Will they be red? Will they be black?
Oh, I think they're going to be black tonight. Black or green is what I'm going with.
Black or green?
Yes.
Maybe they'll be Chicago Bears colors, Bulls colors. I don't know. So you're saying you think he'll wear this? 100%. 100%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100% he's wearing that. I wonder if I could...
Fuck, I got to get one of those jackets.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I feel like I would look so boss in one of those jackets.
You know what would be cool? And I'll throw this to the ether real quick for Spencer and the LPW crew. You guys need to come up with your own Rivieras or Riveras. It needs to be like, there's got to be some place next to the rec room where, you know what I mean? Like the rec room itself, you could, because it is like a bar and establishment, but I think that it needs to be somewhere where they go separate, like, the local, like,
Applebee's.
Yeah, like the Applebee's off of 85, and you get these just badass jackets.
Applebee's satin jackets that all the wrestlers
I could just see like Zoe Zager, our grand champion, just outside of an Applebee's while people are trying to walk in, just holding up the belt with this just LPW Applebee's off of 85 jacket. I think that would be boss.
Posing in front of the wall of Flair.
When you're here, your family.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a reason
100%.
There's a reason I'm just on air talent and don't run things, because I don't know. That would be fun.
Yeah, I love it. So, we're both picking against Macizos. So
yeah, it's because it's a powerhouse team of Masha and Rina. That's hard to beat.
Yeah. Okay, this one I'm very hyped for, and I think it coincides with like my love for that late era WCW, Joey Janela versus Lash LaRue.
Yes, this is interesting.
Corporal Cajun. Hell yeah.
Who? Like how did they come up with that? Like Brett Lauderdale. How would he's like, you know what? What's Lash LaRue doing? Let's get this going.
Bring in Lash LaRue, bring in Jason Jett, Kaz Hayashi. I want all of these guys getting shots. Like Kid Romeo. Like that was Kid Romeo? Or is that the rapper? No, the rapper is Lil Romeo.
Yeah, Kid Romeo was
Kid Romeo.
WCW, baby.
Yeah. Why are we not getting Joey Janela?
Where is Kiwi? That's what I want to know. Like, why aren't people putting Kiwi out there? Let's make that happen. But no, this will be cool. Janela's on a bit of a run right now, so I think it'll be a good time for Janela to get this win. I can't imagine I mean, you could do the cheap pop and have Lash LaRue win.
Yeah, it's possible. But I mean, Janela, since he left AEW, he really has been on an upswing. Like it's like every GCW show seems to deliver with him in it. So I mean, it's really great to see, especially for him, because it kind of felt like it. I don't want to say it was a step back, but he was almost spinning his wheels there, and now he's getting
100%. So, and he was super underappreciated. Yeah.
Quick question before we continue on.
Yes.
Out of any of them, which of the natural born thrillers could you see working a GCW show? Because some of them still wrestle. Fucking Mark Jindrak still wrestles.
Is this because the Greed pay-per-view? Is this what you're doing to me?
No, this is because we saw Lash LaRue and
WCW. Give me all of them. Give me Stasiak. Give me. I don't know if he was a natural born thriller, but
he was.
Is he? Just give me all this. Like we saw. Give me all those 275, just jacked and roided out dudes. Why not?
Wet-looking trunks. Yeah.
Why not? Could we talk about, speaking of legends? We haven't even brought it up, and I need to bring it up because I've already talked about it. Hornswoggle's wrestling tonight, and I am so excited for that.
I do not have the same love for Swoggle because
he doesn't win, I will riot.
Are you going to be hanging a Swoggle if Swoggle doesn't win? We riot sign from your roof?
Yeah, and my neighbors will be like, "What does that even mean?" And I'll be like, why don't you just close your blinds and worry about yourself? So what I'm gonna tell them, be like,
I feel like I kind of checked out during WWF when Swoggle was a thing. So like, this has zero like emotional attachment at all.
He's gonna put in some work today. So one of my good friends, I love him to death. I worked with him for years. He kind of sort of resembles Hornswoggle, kind of. And he's also short. He's not like Hornswoggle short, but he's short. So it like works out perfect. And I'm not kidding you. This morning I texted him and I said, "Good luck in Chicago today, buddy." And he goes, "F off, man." And I go, "What? I'm wishing you good luck. I've never seen the two of you in the same room together." So for me, Hornswoggle is a major part of my life. You watch your tongue, Blair.
I just don't have any attachment to Swoggle.
And he's wrestling. Is he wrestling Murdoch?
John Wayne Murdoch.
Yeah. In all likelihood, he's probably going to die. But I did pick Nick Gage over Vikingo, so let's go for it. Yeah, I'll never pick against Hornswoggle ever. Like that'll never be a thing. That'll always be an easy dub for you. Just the future.
Do you like how as soon as I started picking the East West Express, they lost the titles? They lost the titles. They lost in New Japan. I mean,
yeah,
I should have just kept picking the other team.
You should have kept going with it, but you fell into the peer pressure.
I know. Thanks, jerk.
That's what I do. Anyway.
Okay. Mance Warner, Speedball Mike Bailey. I have to show the love for Speedball.
Yeah.
I love Speedball. Yeah. He's so good.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to win.
This is another, like, it's not quite on the level of Vikingo and Nick Gage, but it's another very clashing of styles. So I'm super intrigued, and I love Mance Warner a lot. So, like, it's not that I don't love Mance Warner and I don't think he's talented, but I love Speedball Mike Bailey and he's awesome. So I'll be interested to see how this goes. And I will say, and I don't mean this in any knock, but Speedball is cool with taking pins. So maybe you see an upset here. Maybe we don't. We'll see. Maybe it gets bloody. It could get serious out there, but I'm interested.
I hope he just stays
Speedball as well.
Yeah, I hope he just stays healthy enough for the show next month. That's
You'll have to tell him that I said hi while you're hanging out with him backstage. Hobnobbing.
We should get a cardboard cutout of you.
I told you we should. I joked about that on one of the shows. Only it was like, if you've ever seen How I Met Your Mother, and then when they go to Barney's wedding, Marshall he's driving there. He couldn't make it with them because of like some kind of work conflict. So they took like an iPad and just put his face on like a fake body and then just like had him at the table, and he'd be like, they would turn his head so he could see the.
That could be me. Remember that. We'll see if it's in the budget.
I'll just be like, hey guys, this is beautiful arena.
It's great in here. The lights, shining right in the lens. Can't see anything.
It's really nice to meet you all.
We got one more match on here, and I'm pretty pumped about this one. Bussy versus Violence is Forever.
Yeah.
Like, this match is going to slap.
Oh, and it's going to slap, and the barbs they're trading back and forth on Twitter are a lot of fun as well between like Dominic Arini and Effy. I'm excited for this. I love Violence is Forever. You know that I do, but I can't pick against mom and dad. I can't pick against mommy and daddy. Just can't. I gotta take Bussy, baby.
I love Bussy, but I'm going with Violence is Forever.
Blair loves Bussy.
I guess that one's going to get clipped, but Violence is Forever is very much my jam.
Being honest, there's a lot of clippable moments already. We're only halfway in.
I know. Like, we could fill the entire LPW intermission with just our nonsense. We should
just tell Zach, like, it's just going to be our intermission at 19.
That gives me an idea that I'll throw to you after we're done tonight.
Oh yeah, you pitch it away.
Yeah. Koo and Dom, I love these two guys. Violence is Forever is incredible. They had the win a few weeks back against Los Macizos. I'm expecting the victory tonight just to continue that ascension to
because
GCW tag titles.
But yeah, in all seriousness, like if I wanted to get my journalistic hat on and be like, this would be a match that like Violence is Forever made a big statement when they debuted not too long ago. They want to stay in this division. It would be a big deal if they like just convincingly won, not a squash per se, but like we're just dominant over Bussy, like a mainstay in GCW. That would put them on the map in terms of this promotion. But we'll see. I'm interested to see. You can't go against Bussy, man.
No.
Bussy is for everyone.
Bussy is for everyone. And here on For Exposure, we love Bussy.
We love Bussy. Pro Bussy. All the Bussy.
Yes. Bussy for life.
Bussy all up in our eyeballs.
In and around our eyeballs.
Yeah, just we love it.
We are never going to be allowed to do a Friday evening show ever again.
Blair on a weekly basis, you just question, like, why did I decide to do this?
I do not. I love doing this show with you. I have so much fun. It's great chatting wrestling, and it's like, we just have a good time. What's not to love?
Oh, yep. See, here's Lawrence. He's popping in. He's making sure we're behaving. He's a journalistic hat. Is also a toque. Yes. My journalistic integralistic hat is a toque. Yes.
Your toukalistic hat.
Yeah. I'd be lost up in Canada if I went. They'd be like, it's a toque, damn it. I'd be like, who took my hat? And they'd be like, what's a hat? And I'd be like, it's a hat. It's what you put on your head. Oh, a toque. And I'd be like, oh, shit.
Journalistic Fergalicious death.
I will say this. If I ever make it to an LPW show, I might not leave Big Bad Boris's side. I love that guy.
Yeah. Boris is top notch.
Boris is the best. Anyway. So that's the show for tonight.
Yes.
That starts at the top of the hour because it's at 8. It's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central for those in the Central Time Zone. So we highly recommend you check it out. It's on Fight. We love us some GCW. We talk quite a bit of GCW on this program. If you're not familiar, for your Friday night viewers that maybe don't get up Saturday mornings, we would have just reviewed this show tomorrow morning had we been on.
So we figured with, not being able to do the show tomorrow, like, why not preview it, lead into the show, and let's just try something different,
And then before we get out of here in a little bit, we'll run down Effy's Big Gay Brunch. It's tomorrow.
Yes.
But, what was I had a thing. I was going to go somewhere with that, and then I just completely ruined it.
I don't know.
we could just talk about your tidbits. We've got LPW match announcement news. I mean, we could do that, whichever one you want.
Let's do the LPW, and we'll segue that into tidbits.
So yeah, for those that don't know, when you last watched our program, or last week when LPW 18 went off the air, we have Speedball Mike Bailey versus MRB. We all knew that. That's a banger. That's a banger. The damn show's named after Speedball. Speedball strikes first. That's going to be huge.
Banger.
But in that time frame, we've also just announced that Zoe Sager, as I talked about earlier, the Applebee's, the first ever Applebee's jacket wearer, she'll be taking on Judas Icarus. That's a big deal. That's huge. I know Spencer has been very vocal about wanting to work with Judas, and now we're going to have him in. We're a little grand championship match. Zoe, it's getting tough. It's getting tough, girl. I don't know what you're going to do this time around, but she'll probably figure it out. She always does. Then we also get Reed Matthews and T.Y. Jackson's been announced.
That's official.
That's made official. And if T.Y. wins, it says the Rads get a title shot. I would assume he's just doing that as like we're all one unit. So it's going to be T.Y. versus whoever comes out on top between Zoe and Judas. So there's a lot going on there.
Like, let's touch on Zoe and Judas first, because I mean, you look at all of Zoe's past little you look at Zoe's last few challengers, and
I don't know if we have the power to delete things, but I have to imagine that that's spam.
Yeah, I would say so.
That is definitely something.
There we go. Okay. Sierra's here. Sierra, how's it going?
Hi, Sierra. How are you, friend? Long time.
We're just chatting some LPW.
We got Sierra saying Zoe is a cheater.
Shots fired.
Shots have been fired.
The competition for Zoe just keeps getting more and more difficult, and like she's finding ways to win. Reed Matthews, but I mean, Judas is another level. Like, this is her stiffest competition yet.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk to. Spoiler alert! I'm going to talk to him this weekend for the LPW show. That all those interviews are exclusive to the Love Wrestling Patreon. So head over to Patreon and get subscribed today to get access to those awesome interviews. And if we get a few more subscribers, word on the street is Spencer's going to announce a new exclusive thing for the Patreon. So you should subscribe today. You should do it. Go after the show, but or open up a new window, still listen to us. If you have an extra $1 a month, subscribe.
Yeah, there's some great
pretty
content.
Good. I was going to say, so on top of that, Zoe, not only is she finding ways to win, she has been rising to the occasion, though. With each one of these matches, you're seeing less and less Reed involvement, but obviously he's taking care of business. Like you said, Judas Icarus is on another level, so let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting. When they announced that, I was like, holy crap. And Sierra said that she's doing good. I'm glad you're doing good, friend. Welcome into the Friday night for exposure.
Yeah, it's like Saturday night main event, but Friday night for exposure.
That's right, because we just didn't want to get up on Saturday.
Reed Matthews and T.Y. Jackson. I mean, obviously, T.Y. is going to be looking for that victory, but this is some stiff competition, and even if Reed can pull off a victory, that's huge for him just in the overall picture of the LPW landscape.
I'm waiting for it. I keep waiting for it. I keep waiting for the big Reed moment where it's like, oh, he's got that big win. Maybe I was really pushing that he'd win the gauntlet and face Zoe. I thought that would have been an interesting move, but it's okay. I will say that this is the match. This is the match TY wants, but I don't think it's the match TY wants. If that makes sense. Like he wants it because this is what he could get. I know he wants a shot at Zoe, so he's going to be extra motivated. The Rads are clearly extra motivated. So we'll see what happens. Maybe Reed and Zoe get a taste of their own medicine, and the Rads, even the odds, and TY comes out on top. Hi, TY. We miss you.
TY's good people.
They haven't crashed the Beard stream since the face turn mandate from the courts.
because you guys are all best friends now. So you guys have.
Yeah. So you can't. It's not crashing. It's just coming and hanging out. If Reed wins, does he fight Zoe? Now that was
that's
not
a good question.
that was not discussed, or that was not part of the stipulation. But then, if Reed wins, you have to think like, hey, I'm taking down, quote unquote, this is for a number one contendership for this guy. Where's my rub? Maybe he starts getting in the face of Spencer Love at these things. Who knows? Who knows?
I'm not gonna lie. I like that thought process. Reed pulls off the victory, and then all of a sudden, maybe it's my turn to shine.
We'll start turning, saying, "Hey, wait a minute! I've been fighting all these guys off."
You know that the independent wrestling promotion you follow is good when you fantasy book storylines in your head. Like I do it for one here, and like the storytelling is really something else when like you start wondering more and more about what could happen.
That's like most of what my preview is, just me fantasy booking what I think should happen when I write it, which I didn't write 18s. I'm really sorry. It was a mess that week, but I will be writing 19s. I am going to make it my personal mandate to make sure I get back on track. Yes, and then Son of Irish, that's another great shout here. Like Son of Irish has been knocking out you talked about it last weekend. Is there like an option C eventually? Maybe that's something because he's been killing it in the Challenge Champion division since he's held it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to say like you couldn't do a champion versus champion thing. I don't think you'll ever see them combine the belts, but it'd be cool to just see them face each other.
Yeah. See how he stacks up against one of the top wrestlers in LPW. So
yeah, a lot of options over there at that Love Pro Wrestling. That boss of ours knows what he's doing.
Hell yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna punch up the other card on Saturday tomorrow. You will not get to watch us, but what you can watch is Effys Big Gay Brunch 7.
What time does that start?
It starts.
Was it 11?
12 p.m.
So 12 p.m. Central because they're in Chicago. So it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern for those probably playing at home. Maybe. Yes. Yeah, because that's math time zones. Okay, so you can. Notre Dame plays, but they'll probably play. I think they play in the afternoon, so I'll be Big Gay brunching it up. And then I'll head into Notre Dame football. Pluggo Blair.
What's up, Ryan?
Hi, Ryan. We just talked about you, Ryan, and how you have a match tonight. I'm so excited. Ryan Call, my buddy, my pal. Love you, brother. Good luck tonight against John Wayne Murdoch.
Oh,
yeah, he swags. He swags.
Okay.
Swags.
Be nice.
Hi, swags. I love Ryan.
Be nice.
I love Ryan. Ryan is one of my very, very good friends. I talk to him all the time. I talk to him just as much as I talk to you, Blair, if not, maybe a little more. We're like, it's like right there, man. Yeah.
I'm just gonna punch up.
Blair's just sending off like 47 texts right now. He's like, gotta take the lead.
Spencer, get me out of here.
He's like, I've been trying, man. You keep coming back. He's like, these numbers don't lie. I've been trying to fire Pluggo since day one, but people just show up. No. But Swags, I hope you're doing good. Yeah, Big Gay Brunch tomorrow noon. Effy's Big Gay Brunch 7.
Yeah.
This is always a fun, just good time. Like,
yes,
it's super cool to have like this just massive inclusive event. Everybody is represented. It's a great time. It's just a fun card.
Mm-hmm. I'm just.
Well, thank you, Sarah. We try to be fun. We try to be entertaining.
Yeah, it's good to have fun with wrestling because people take it too serious. They complain too much. We don't like to complain. We just want to laugh, chat, gossip.
Wait, did someone say complain?
Oh,
is that real glass behind you?
Sorry,
is that a real glass window?
Whoa.
I did a lot of complaining last night on Beards about CM Punk.
Can I just say one thing? I'm glad we cover independent wrestling and don't have to sit here and talk about CM Punk for an hour because I would hate that. Like,
low key glad. I'm not in a bad way because I love Quizplex, but I was like glad that we didn't have to go 2 hours yesterday because I had to condense it all down into a few minutes because I'm getting sick of talking about it.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, Ryan, you're my best friend. I can have more than one best friend. Blair's my best friend. You're my best friend. Yeah. I talk to you all the time, Ryan. What? Jesus, man.
Oh, we're gonna do tidbits.
We were gonna do tidbits. Let's do tidbits real quick,
Okay,
and then we got
tidbits.
we got time that we can go a little over because GCW, but we want you to get out of here and watch GCW. We don't want to bleed too much into that card, but let's do those tidbits, and then we'll talk about the Big Gay Brunch.
Okay, how's this for a tidbit? September 10th,
GCW
cry. Just announced.
He's gonna cry. Why don't you cry, Blair? I'm just kidding.
GCW at their Crushed Up show. September 10th, they announced Joey Janela versus Alex Coughlin from New Japan.
Yeah, I saw that today. That is going to be dope.
That is going to be a banger. That's going to win.
Woo woo.
We talked about the Ospreay Shingo Takagi match for Rev Pro. That was going to be happening this past weekend.
Yep.
All in weekend. The Meltzer gave it 5 stars. It should be up to watch on the Rev Pro site. So I mean, Ospreay and Shingo are both fantastic. Rev Pro shows are great. Definitely go out of your way. Check it out. It could be a match of the year. So, what else we got? Speedball. This is after. After we see him at LPW 19, he is going to be wrestling in New Japan. October 9th, he's going to be facing off with Leo Rush and Hiromu Takahashi for the IWGP Junior Championship. So that's October 9th, Sumo Hall. That's really awesome for Speedball. What else
I've always said more Leo Rush on my TV screen is not a bad thing. That's a guy that I need to see live one time. Mm-hmm. Hopefully sooner than later because he's fantastic.
We had briefly mentioned that there was going to be a Joshi pay-per-view in New York, an all-women show.
Yeah.
The trailer was released for that earlier today. Still not tons of information, but they're claiming to have some of the best in-ring wrestling in the world. So if they deliver, there's huge potential for a really fun show with maybe some unknowns, but that doesn't mean a damn thing when it comes to wrestling.
Hell yeah.
I think that is almost it. Oh, Vikingo. We talked about how he was, working all through the States. He is doing House of Glory September 15th. Also on that show is the reuniting Vaudevillains, which we talked about earlier.
Yes, so I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
I got one. West Coast Pro's been announcing their anniversary show lineup. They got Starboy Charlie's coming, and I saw Brian Keith's going to be there. So we just talked about him. So go check out some West Coast Pro. I think that's in October. I'm not mistaken. Early October, October 14th, maybe.
They're my last tidbit, actually.
Oh, did I steal your thunder?
You did not, because September 10th, West Coast Pro, they announced Kevin Blackwood and Alan Angels facing off against the West Coast Wrecking Crew. That is on top of Titus Alexander versus Daniel Garcia, Starboy Charlie versus Sean Skywalker, and I'm going to mess up this name, and I'm sorry, Takumi Aroha versus Johnny Robbie. So West Coast Pro delivers. I watched the Titus Alexander Vinny Massaro match a few weeks ago, and it was so fucking good.
We should preview/review that. JPJ, yo, Ray Damascus is in the house too. Everybody's popping in. Friday nights are for the people, baby. Pop them on the screen. Look at that. And I didn't want to steal your thunder too bad, but Brian's gonna cry. I'm making Culp cry. That's awesome. That's my dude. He's gonna wrestle tonight. He's gonna beat John Wayne Murdoch. It's gonna be dope.
Oh, he is not Swoggle. Leave him alone. Effys Big Gay Brunch.
Yes.
Saturday, 12 p.m. on Fight Plus. We'll run down this card. We made our picks. You're going to drop that tomorrow on the...
Yeah, I'll drop it tomorrow morning instead of our normal come hang out with us live. We'll just have picks for Effys Big Gay Brunch.
There is a 3-way match between Lufisto, Dark Sheik, and Kid Bandit.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
badasses.
3 completely different wrestlers in there. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna whip.
Yeah.
There is a 8-person tag match, and look, I apologize if one of the names has changed or anything. I'm going off Cage Match, and sometimes it doesn't always coincide with the posters. But Joey Mabry, Mateo Valentine, Moondog Murray, Shelly Benson versus Angelo Carter, Kwesi Asante, Logan Black, and Sazzy Boatwright. So
JPJ saying Sheik, so I'm assuming he's rolling with Sheik in that match, but
yeah,
that's gonna be good.
I fully expect Dark Sheik to win that one. I hope I picked. Did I pick Sheik?
I don't know, but I can change it. We have time. I haven't made the graphic yet.
Okay, good. Okay.
There's still time, man. Don't worry.
Pero is facing off with Karam.
I love Karan a lot.
Yeah,
I think he's fantastic.
I've only seen one of the matches.
I actually I interviewed him a long time ago, and then it just so happened too that he was coming to my town, and he wrestled for a promotion that I'm friends with, and he was just the nicest person.
Yeah,
he was just so cool. So, and he's gotten bigger, he's jacked, he's really came into his own in terms of in the ring. So good times. But Pero unfortunately has that mean streak in him due to Zach's Quizplex questions. So I feel bad.
100%.
Bear on bear violence. That's the best way to put it. But again, I got to give the edge to my guy Pero because of those that just seething resentment for Quizplex questions. So hard.
As long as both competitors are very, very careful in the ring.
Yes. Lawrence, your new chaos producer of Quizplex. I guess he just pops in now and causes all sorts of chaos.
Why not?
I love it. Why not? Lawrence, that should just be Lawrence's stick throughout all of wrestling. He just pops in whenever he wants, and that's just how it is. If he wanted to pop in right now, we'd say that's fine. We wouldn't care. Yeah. He's the boss. He's really running the show.
Oh. Pulling behind the curtain a little bit.
But it's super hard to say, Lawrence Cartier wrestling. So he just said, Spencer, we'll use your name, but I'm really the financial backer to this whole thing.
We got Billy Dixon versus Sawyer Wreck.
Not even a response. So off the wall on a Friday night, you're like, nope. You know what I'm going. I'm going with Sawyer Wreck.
We love Sawyer Wreck.
We love Sawyer Wreck. Billy Dixon is awesome too, but we love Sawyer Wreck. We never pick against Sawyer Wreck.
We have our people here. Our Sawyer Wreck, play Christian, Brian Keith, the ones we love. We love them.
We love them. Yes.
I'm excited for this one. Rico Gonzalez versus Black Sexcellence, Devon Monroe.
Yes.
Devon rules.
Yep.
Very excited for them. So I saw them wrestle last weekend, and absolute crowd favorite, absolutely flawless in the ring. So I can't wait for them to get a shot on the.
They had a killer showing on the Collective weekend too around WrestleMania. So if you haven't seen Monroe wrestle yet, do so.
And then last but not least, we've got Pimpinella Escalarda and Sunny Kiss versus Bussy.
Yeah.
So we love Bussy.
We love Bussy. But Sunny Kiss, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, Sunny's been doing.
Are you gonna pick against Bussy again?
I picked Bussy.
I'm just making sure.
Oh, stop it!
Tonight you're not Bussy. You're all about violence.
Oh.
You see that? Everybody.
The jokes I was gonna make can only be said on For Exposure After Dark. So stay tuned on the Love Wrestling Twitch for that tonight.
Listen, if we can get up to like 100 Patreon subscribers, I'm sure Spencer would allow us to do For Exposure After Dark and let it get weird.
You know what?
JPJ saying Bussy. JPJ's all about that Bussy.
Love Wrestling loves Bussy.
Wow.
So, Do you think we could do it with 50 subscribe? 50?
I bet we could probably talk him into it at something like 50.
Yeah, probably. So
Let's say, Spencer, we're just gonna have this really off the wall half an hour where
or like
it gets weird.
If someone super chatted, lots of money.
Lots of money.
I was going to say an amount, and then I was like, somebody might do that, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, that's how that works around here. Somebody will lurk in, and then you'll have to. Yeah.
So,
anyway,
Sunny Kiss has been getting so many more opportunities on the indies. Love that for them. So this is another one. Very excited for this match.
Heck yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a great time. It is such a fun show. Last year's was a ton of fun. Or the last one. I don't know if this is an annual thing or if he does it on like big wrestling weekends, because I feel like there was one not too long ago, but at the Collective, right? Yeah.
That's what I think. It's just every big wrestling weekend. If they're looking for
Okay. So yeah, check that out tomorrow. Fight Plus is where to be.
We got a few minutes. I can run down the Revolver card, and if there's one you really like, let me know, and we can chat about it.
Sure, I can do that. Yeah? I think I can handle that.
We got Mike Bailey versus Sean Skywalker. Zachary Wentz versus Alan Angels versus Crash Jackson versus Masha Slamovich. We got Tommy Dreamer versus Damian Chambers.
Tommy Dreamer. How do you just gloss? Come on. It's Tommy Dreamer still going.
He put in for a trademark for his name, by the way. JT Dunn versus Ace Austin. Breeze versus Matthew Palmer versus Dan the Dad. Jessica versus Marina Shafir. Tag team 6-man tag match. Second Gear Crew versus the TNA Originals. Motor City Machine Guns and Eric Young. And Jay Chris versus Alex Colon.
In a like barbed wire match, right? If I'm not mistaken, the Alex Colon, Jake Chris.
No ropes, barbed wire death.
Yeah. Match. Oh God, somebody's gonna bleed. Somebody's gonna bleed. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's my prediction, not a spoiler, or a spoiler, not a prediction. No, Revolver always has a fun card, and that's just good stuff. Yeah, all around, man. That's just a fun. Again, like we talked at the top of the show, for those that don't come on here Saturday mornings. Wrestling, there's a ton of stuff. If you like the GCW stuff, watch it. If you like Wrestling Revolver, watch that. If you like All In, All Out, Payback, watch that too. But there's just so much good stuff this weekend. Big Gay Brunch should be fun. Like, this is a good weekend to just hang. Even though it is like the last like good weekend of like weather for where I'm from, like it's going to be super nice this weekend, and then after that it'd probably be a shit show. But if you want to just be lazy all weekend to watch wrestling, this is the weekend to do it.
It's going to be so hot tomorrow. It's going to be 33, and I'm dreading that. So
I don't know what that means.
I'll see if I can figure it out for you.
No, I wait, Spencer. We've done this quite a bit on Love Wrestling. I've learned it's like you add 30 to it.
91.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so it's going to be. That's where we're about. It's going to be about 9. I was going to say 88, I think is the high. And then you would have been like, oh my God, that's death.
I wouldn't have, because I know you're in Fahrenheit. So
Laura said it's like 90. There's like a trick. Spencer said something like you times it by 2 and then add 30 or something.
Okay.
I don't remember. I don't listen to Spencer that often. I should probably start. He is the boss after all. I want to keep this program alive. We've been going for a little bit now.
Yeah, we're putting in the work.
This is our first Friday night special.
I'm curious if people enjoyed the Friday night show. Is it something you would like to see more of? Like,
we could swig these, yeah. Or is it Saturday morning where we should be?
Yeah, maybe when life gives us lemons and we have to, instead of going earlier, we do Friday. I don't know. Let's
what would be it'd be fun if we did a lead into like a blowing off stream one Saturday.
Yes,
that would be fun. We got options with this show.
Yeah,
we're not locked into anything, but we definitely
we like to do the Saturday mornings. It's a good time.
Yeah, but this weekend is different. We're trying it out. I think it was fun. We've been here for about an hour. We got GCWs coming up on Fight right now ish. So like head over there if you like independent wrestling. Hey, if you're watching SmackDown, cool too. Like I hear Cena's on tonight, so I'll definitely check that out. Rampage, check out Rampage, some of our favorites, Brian Keith, Kringle Loco, they're going to be wrestling on that, so that'd be cool. You got Collision tomorrow as well. There's a lot of good stuff, man. So but that's been about the hour. So what we'll do is I'm going to plug my stuff. My friend Blair will then wait. You plug your stuff, then I plug my stuff, then you do the outro because I do the intro, and we're all equals here.
So you can find me up on Twitter or whatever you want to call it, at Grainmaker Pod, all social media like that, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Email grainmakerpodcast@gmail.com. And every Saturday, but this week Friday, up here on Love Wrestling with my good buddy Pluggo. I had to figure out which way to point to make sure it went proper.
Now, I do this. I still haven't figured it out.
It's opposite. We just take a look at the world of independent wrestling. You're watching it right now. So besides that brunch gimmick, I'm usually there. So
I went to our YouTube page to check something, and I might as well promote it. Curtain Jerked, Zach's new little pro where he asks questions to different various wrestling personalities and wrestlers, and then he puts them on YouTube Shorts. So this is us on YouTube right now. Look at the screenshot still for the YouTube short asking our Brungalows chips. I still don't know what they are, but look at that. Why did it stop there? What am I doing?
Why not?
That is not going to get us. That is not going to drive traffic to the site. That is just bad for business. But while you queue up all the stuff to head out, I'll just say thank you to everybody. You can find me at Pluggo _ on Twitter, at Pluggo Loves Wrestling on all other social media platforms. You can find me every Thursday night with my buddy JP Che on Between Two Beards, the flagship. We got a fun one this week. Stay tuned. We're hammering out the guest list as we speak. And then you'll find me here with Blair on Saturdays, Fridays. Whenever Blair needs me, that's when I'll be here. And that's what we'll do. And then I pop up whenever I can, wherever I can. Later to you, chaos producer extraordinaire, the best lawyer in the business, Lawrence Cartier. But yeah, until next time.
Oh yeah. So hey, Ray's down for the odd show. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe change it up every once in a while. So
yeah, it's kind of nice. It's different. I mean, that was the idea when the show started. It was like, hey, life is life. You know, you're a busy man. I'm a busy man. You know, wrestling, this, that, the other. Sometimes we might pop in on a Friday. We're going to try to stick to our guns on the Saturday, but if we need to adjust, we can adjust on the fly. And this worked out, I think, really well.
Yeah, I think so. So, enjoy your weekend. Thank you for joining us. Go hit up Fight Plus. Check out the GCW show. Or, I mean, there's a plethora of shows tonight. So,
and follow us on 4Exposure Pod on Twitter. Why don't we don't even promote our own stuff? Yeah, that's what I got. All right,
we'll do the 4Exposure TikTok page if the Twitter can get some more.
If I start taking chops on that thing.
Yeah. So join us every week for Exposure. Check out the social medias for my good friend Pluggo. I'm doing there we go. I am Blair. Thank you very much for joining us. Peace in the streets.